Did
What
I
we're
get
gonna
to
do
say
is,
what was
what we're
lame?
gonna do is call the meeting to order. The January meeting of the Township Board. And would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And so let's have the clerk call the roll.
Walter Donnett,
Present.
Thomas Sharp,
Here?
Troy Tusana,
Here.
John West,
Here.
Lee Tracy.
I am here. And so the minutes will indicate that all four trustees are here, and the assessor, Tammy Kavanaugh, the road commissioner, Chris Long, and our videographer, Audrey, and the clerk. And the next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes of the December meeting. So there actually were two meetings in December. The first meeting is the budget hearing. So are there any additions or corrections to the minutes of the budget hearing on December the 13th?
No.
I didn't see any.
Good.
I'll make a
Let's
motion
have-
to pass the minutes.
So we have a motion to approve the minutes of the December 13th budget hearing. Is there a second? Seconded by Donnett. And let's have the clerk call the roll on the approval of those minutes.
West,
Yes.
Donnett,
Yes.
Sharp,
Yes.
Tusana,
Yes.
Tracy.
Yes. And the other set of minutes is the minutes of the regular meeting. And Tammy has requested that we substitute this version of the assessor's report rather than the one that is in the minutes. Are there any other additions or corrections to the minutes? No? No? Okay.
Nope.
Then let's have a motion to approve the minutes of the December 13th meeting with the correction of, amending the minutes of the assessor's report.
So move.
Is there a move by Tusana and second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. West. And let's have the clerk call the roll.
Tusana,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Donnett,
Yes.
Sharp,
Yes.
Tracy.
Yes. There are also minutes of the last month's executive session. You can have those. They have not been approved and they are not public. What I'm going to suggest is that since there is really no change revealed in either the minutes or the executive session, and there has been no change, no action since then, I'm going to suggest that it be placed on the agenda for the next meeting for approval, and that there will be no executive session. I don't see any reason to hold an executive session simply to approve minutes. So that's my feeling about that. And let's see, the next item on the agenda is the approval of bills.
This needs to be stamped.
And because our summary is not
Oh,
complete,
that one got separated somehow.
what we need to do is just approve each one. And then we'll have the clerk summarize them in the minutes as the amount. So after we do that, then we could have a motion to approve the payment of the general fund bills as you have reviewed them. And we'll try to do oh, here's general fund bills. I've got them here. So we need to review those. So we'll have a small pause in what we're doing here while the trustees review the bills. Okay.
Munson Davis?
Amundsen Davis is the attorney representing us with
That's
the- for the case involving Layla Brown.
Layla?
Right.
This is yours, right?
And actually,
Yeah.
the name of the law firm has changed in the last month.
Don't get those mixed up with that. You have them all.
I'll put them back in order.
List?
Since there is no list. Your list is incorrect.
This is not correct. There was a check with
Check
it.
got missed.
There was a check with it, but I can't.
Oh, there was?
Missed it somehow.
While we're doing this, are there any questions about any of the bills? If the,
No, I think that was,
That one. That's what you're paying on,
I
right?
assume the last one went in a little too late.
Okay. I'll put it on it. I knew there was a check with it, because I saw it earlier.
one new paper class? Well, I can
He just makes his
Ready
own.
refresh.
I can afford
They were
some
intertwined.
big paper class. Yeah.
Ready refresh is,
Ready Refresh is the water service
Water service.
that we have right over there.
What do we call this? Sheet.
What? Well, don't worry about the sheet.
I know, please correct,
Yeah,
sheet?
yeah. What's gonna happen
Cover
is
sheet.
that the clerk is going to correct the sheet. And then the minutes will reveal the total amount of the bills that were approved.
okay, let's make sure we get that. Right.
All right?
See,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it at home.
I mean, that's some kind of stature for a wallet. You got,
This?
holy cow.
You know what?
It's like a file cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually I don't have any money in it, but I got a bunch of pictures from my kids and
There you
sorry,
go.
I didn't even bring in receipts. Work receipts. Oh, God, Johnny.
Like you're in your office with you or something.
The ones without a check, what should I
Pain
do
if
with
you
these?
sit on your wall.
Should I just go ahead and do it right here?
I think that should go.
There are some pants, so the wallet's in the wrong spot.
Oh, you know
The
what?
packets are a little deep.
Yeah, flat.
Oh, I have trouble getting my wallet out of my pants sometimes, but that's because the pocket's too
We
deep.
always ask to do it.
There's a couple
That's
of them I
right.
have questions on.
See, please, easy.
Let me see this.
How we
Were-
doing?
Was there a cover sheet with that one?
No, not for.
Well, there will be a new sheet.
There was a city of Batavia, but they must have got.
How you doing?
The cover sheet is for both, I believe.
Well, but small.
I know, but we just want to make sure these other ones. So-
The city of Batavia is right in Kane, I believe. Is it not?
Well, there's,
What's the number, 1950?
the number
Yeah,
is
it's 1950. I don't think it's in there,
That's
Jeff.
general fund.
I didn't see that, that's general fund right there.
If it's written on a general fund check, it's general fund. If it's
Yeah.
written on a road fund check, it's road fund.
Yeah, this is general fund that
Clever way to do it.
You can't
What's
be
that?
serious.
That's a clever way to do it.
You
Is that
can't be
clever?
serious.
I'm very
Seriously.
glad, you know, I think that's satire. I'm thinking,
Saturday.
Saturday. How we doing? Any questions about any of these?
Just this, City of Batavia one,
It's right, it's, oh,
There's no checks with it.
there's
That's
no
what-
checks with them.
well,
And, this Aflac, I did see an Aflac in
In this
okay.
one.
there. Yeah, I think in this one right here.
It should be in the general fund.
There's one in there, I know there.
Come on, hold on.
And it's,
Raincoat, Aflac, what's the price?
19.
No, Aflac.
Oh,
Is it different?
145.
Yeah, it's different. 72.67,
Yeah,
right there.
okay, so this is
Total adjusted.
total adjusted.
So that goes with this one.
Yeah. And then did you see another one for Batavia? It's City of Batavia, accounts receivable.
yeah, there should be a City of Batavia one from the road district as well, which is utilities. The City of Batavia one in the road fund, or in the general fund is right in paint.
Well, there's not a check yet, so.
Yeah, there's not a check for this one either, Zoom.
No, that's because it's on the credit card, which isn't in a
Credit
check,
card.
it's on the
Oh,
credit
okay,
card.
okay.
Credit card.
Yeah, okay,
All right,
okay.
good.
There you go.
Anything else? So, do we have a motion to approve the general fund bills?
So move.
A second.
Second.
Moved and seconded to approve the payment of the general fund bills. And the minutes will reflect the total amount of the bills to be paid. Any other discussion? If not, let's have the clerk call the roll on approval of general fund bills.
Susanna,
Yes?
West,
Yes.
Donna,
Yes.
Sharp,
Yes.
Tracy.
Yes. And is there a motion to approve payment for the road fund bills?
So moved.
So moved by West,
I'll second.
seconded by Susanna. And let's have the clerk call the roll on payment of the road fund bills.
West,
Yes.
Donna,
Yes.
Sharp,
Yes.
Susanna,
Yes.
Tracy.
Yes. Just before we move along any further, on the financial questions, I just want to raise some points. And that is, the bank statements, which you'll find their ending balances for the general fund at the end of December are $457,411.07. Balance on the road fund is $602,568.26. And the balance on the general assistance checking account is $9,627. What's important about that is that as you review them, there is adequate funds, when you look at the budgets, to pay the expenses likely through July or August. The reason I mention that is that there will be no more real estate tax income until we receive payment for the taxes collected in this fiscal year. I'll note that the bank statements currently reflect pretty significant amounts of personal property replacement tax. In the general fund, $3,509, and in the road fund, $3,351.91. Also, today was deposited a total of $15,000, a little over $15,000 in personal property replacement tax, 7,000 and some in the general fund, and the same amount in the road fund. So that adds substantially to what will be in the checking account in January. I just ought to, and if you look at the spreadsheets on the budget, these are fairly accurate. And the reason I say that, with some reservation, is that we're still in the process of attempting to extract information from QuickBooks Online. And we've had to, do some additional work in order to identify what expenses are. If you realize that there's only 1/4 of the current fiscal year remaining. So it's critical. It's critical, in terms of budgeting and in terms of financial management. There should be roughly 25% in each budget category left. There are some problems. The major problem is general assistance. So if you take a look at the spreadsheet with regard to general assistance, we are in the red. So that the total general assistance budget is a negative of almost $4,000 currently. The reason for that is that we have had significantly increased requests or need for assistance. There is, however, adequate funds in the general assistance checking account. So what will happen is that the general assistance budget will show that we are over budget, but that we will continue to pay as we need to out of the general fund checking account. Does that make any sense at all? Okay. The other thing is that if you look at, there's a sheet which I did not based upon the information that's in QuickBooks, but upon what our expenses are likely to be. The major one is in a lot of cases is wages and benefits. And so what you see on this is that the assessor's office budget is in inadequate shape. The road district budget is in adequate shape so far as wages and benefits are concerned. The general fund budget, I predict, will be some $10,000 plus over budget by the end of the fiscal year, because we have added significantly, to wages. We have a new employee that's not terribly significant in the assessor's office, and we have paid significant amounts of health insurance to Layla Brown. So that I'm predicting that, that we will have a problem in wages and benefits in the general fund. I just want you all to be aware of it. So, let's proceed to the next items on the agenda. Next item is the supervisor's report. I'm only going to add a couple things that are important, and that is just to let you know that we have distributed the employee benefits policy manual to all of the employees for the assessor's office and the supervisor's office. I want you to be aware of that. Tammy has a new employee, Stephanie Rodriguez, who is doing administrative duties in the assessor's office. The other item is that, has to do with the calendar. Where is it? Here. You have a calendar of meetings for the 2023 calendar year. You'll note that the next meeting in February, we will have a discussion on the tentative budgets. And what will actually happen is that Chris, Tammy, and I are going to prepare tentative budgets, which will be available for review on February the 1st, before the meeting. And then we will have a budget hearing with a public notice that will be published for the March 15. So the budget hearing will be at 6:45 on March the 14th, and the regular meeting will be at 7. All right, just making aware of that. So unless there are any questions about any of that?
So you say the budgets are gonna be available for review on February 1st?
Yes. One major reason is because we have to give you 30 days before the budgets are approved. And so we need to have those available in advance of the February meeting.
So you'll email us when they're
Oh, yeah,
available, or
yeah.
Are you telling us now? that-
They'll be here.
They'll email, we'll email.
Well, we'll also email the tentative budget.
Okay.
I have a question concerning the
Yeah,
the spreadsheet for,
okay,
there we go. For general assistance,
yeah,
the transfer out of $2,000, when did that occur, and what was that all
you approved it.
about? When did it occur, if you recall?
Yeah, okay, yeah, we transferred out of general assistance in order, we transferred $1,000, we transferred $2,000 out of general assistance. $1,000, or $1,860 went into the administrative expenses because I was anticipating that they would be high because we were using the Aurora Township. They haven't been. So we have a balance in administrative expenses. And then we transferred out of emergency assistance $860 and transferred in from general assistance because we had a lot of emergency assistance. Emergency assistance has now stopped. We're not doing it. It's done at the decision of the supervisor. We are not providing emergency assistance. We don't have any money to do it.
And we're not gonna carry that on until next year, are we?
Yeah, we'll put it back in the budget in the next fiscal year. We have no choice but to do
Right.
general assistance.
Okay.
Once we run out of money in general assistance, then we have to go to the general fund. If we run out of money in the general fund, then we can go to the road fund. No,
So this indicates that we are out of money in general assistance.
budget-wise. However, as I mentioned, there is still funds in the checking account. So we can continue to write checks.
We have
Out of-
9,000 more that you can pay.
Yeah, but assuming we have more general assistance. We have one case of general assistance that may be with us for a long period of time. And we probably have no other current ones by the time we get through this month.
So we've got $9,000 left in the bank.
Yep.
You need 3,300 to cover the budget so far. Does that leave $6,000 that could go to emergency assistance?
Except that we're not gonna do emergency assistance.
But,
You're talking about general assistance, I think,
no.
or no? You're not?
Well, the $9,000 comes from the bank statement.
Yes.
So we're in the whole $3,300 here, so
Right.
that leaves us $5,700 and change. So what happens to that? And my question is, could that go to emergency assistance?
It could, but at the supervisor's discretion, we're not doing emergency assistance.
And this general assistance that could be with us for a long time,
Yeah,
is that one of the ones that we are insured against?
well, we're insured, yeah, but there's a big deductible. Yeah, you know, there, we do have catastrophic insurance, should it be, you know, a significant, you know, need.
You anticipate that to happen?
No. This particular, you know, person, I trust will qualify for Social Security disability eventually. And then he won't need general assistance.
And how much do we pay out per month until he does?
$686 is the total benefit, is the maximum benefit that we will pay per month. Okay. All righty. Do we have an assessor's report?
Well, since you, right now we're training Stephanie, and she's working out really well, so we're happy to have her. We've needed someone for quite some time to help more with field work and administrative, but we're definitely gonna cross-train her as time allows. And so Riley and both Kelly are training her on job tests that they do. And then I'll train her eventually if she wants to start doing values, but, you know, that'll be quite a while. And that'll be, you know, if she wants to stay administrative and do more data entry, or if she wants, you know, I prefer everyone to be cross-trained on everything and want to move up and be able to do more of the job and understand it more and go to school and learn more too if they want to. So right now we're doing those sales ratio studies, and I will start reviewing those. We're also, we have about 100 neighborhoods, which basically are areas, subdivisions. I think I explained it before, but subdivisions, there could be 3 in one neighborhood, so we code them by neighborhood. I run a spreadsheet with every parcel in every neighborhood. And then I analyze sales versus where current assessments are, and try to determine a median range of value for neighborhoods, looking at ranch homes, low-level homes, 2-story homes. Try to, you know, we differentiate location, the land, building, all the amenities, things like that. And we make the appropriate changes based on what the market shows. So, for the last 3 years, 20, 21, 22 sales for the 23 assessment year, and 23 sales that are occurring now will not be included in this assessment year. So, because we pay taxes in arrears. So we are beginning that process, and being a general reassessment year, it used to be called a quadrennial reassessment, but they changed the terminology, the name, to just a general reassessment year. That's supposed to be done, mandated by state statute, every 4 years. We run these reports annually. That's just the way I prefer to do it, to stay more on top of things. So if the market, like now it's been crazy, we shouldn't be too far off of value, as long as we maintain those. But having 3 higher years of high sales, and now I don't mean number of sales, I mean prices. The 20, 21, 22 sales have gone up. So for 23, you know, people might see some increases, which I don't want to do, but you know, it's my job. So that's what we'll be working on. So this is going to be a really busy year, and a lot of calls. We anticipate being pretty busy. That's pretty much it.
Any questions? How about a road commissioner's report?
Well, we don't have a whole lot of snow plowing to report. Salt shed's not getting empty, that's good. So we've turned to, with the weather the way it is, more maintenance. Start looking now at tree trimming. And we got our 2023 road projects in to be engineered. We're picking out the bigger road maintenance work that needs to be done. Got some big culverts to replace. And we're starting looking at the 2024 project year to anticipate what expenses we want to do there. So, the equipment's in good shape. Everything seems to be running right now, so we're set for snow. And it'll come. I think we were in the same position last year, if I remember right.
We've been pretty lucky.
Questions?
Yeah. So, any questions or anything?
I forgot to mention, this is cool about the road and bridge checking account, and that is there was income of $3,750 from Blackberry Township for leaf collect.
All right.
Okay, any questions for Chris? All right, good. I have no old business and I have no new business. And so is there a motion, and there's no public participation? I don't see any public, yeah. Any other
You're about to
questions?
ask for motion to close?
Soon.
Do that?
Yeah,
Right, so the budget that we're gonna review next year is for the next fiscal year.
the next fiscal year, which is
April 1st.
April 1st
Right,
through
it
March
starts in-
31st.
Okay.
April 1st of 2023, yeah.
Could I request then that we have a paper that shows salary increases for that,
Yeah, well, you will see, you will have
anticipated
that.
ones?
You will have that,
Per individual?
yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure that the budget, if there are salary increases for the fiscal year, we will reveal that there have already been salary increases for the remainder of this fiscal year, effective January. So they are, they are revealed in the current fiscal year budget. And they're also revealed in my, anticipated, expenses for wages and benefits for the current fiscal year.
You talking about per elected official or per employee?
Per employee.
The elected official salaries, as you know, you passed an ordinance before you took office, which is determining the salaries for all the elected officials.
For the elected officials?
Right.
Yes.
I understand, I'm saying for employees. for
Yes.
Chris's and Tammy's employees, your employee.
Yes.
So we're gonna get that per employee or just an employee category?
We can do it per employee.
I think you do
I
that.
would, yes.
Sure. Okay. Anything else? Is there a motion to adjourn?
I wanna
Motion to
stay.
adjourn.
Second.
Moved by Trustee Sharp, seconded by Mr. what's his name, West. All those in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing no opposed, we are adjourned.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
watching.
Thank you.